Hey everyone, Guns Kotaku here, bring you another YouTube video. I kind of want to give an update video on some products that I've been testing in the back end for several months now. I kind of want to get the feel of them from a long-term thing than a short-term feel on how I've been using, because I've actually been traveling with these MC-350s in the wide edition from Mackie while going on airplanes, everything like that, and actually listening to them in a more long-term format to compare them to my other set of headphones, which are the MSR7s, which you can't get the MSR7s anymore. But honestly, after listening to these 350s, I see a lot of comparables to my old MSR7s and these. And honestly, the way these sound are pretty good. They give a kind of a feeling on it. The MC-350s, these ones right here, when comparing them to the MSR7s, which I would say that these are like a less bassy version of the MSR7s for roughly half the cost, or maybe even $100 off. For instance, if I'm just going to be looking at what they are on Amazon right now for MSR7Bs, they're around $200, but regular retail is $250. The regular retail on these is $149.99 for the white edition, and the blacks are also $149.99. However, right now on Amazon, the black edition of the 350s are only about $109, around $100. Honestly, a pretty good deal. In my long-term analysis of these is for $150 at regular retail, you're getting a headphone that actually has the ability to remove the cable. You know, you don't really see that often on these. Like, I don't want to say lower end, but a cheaper product. You do see it in the product itself where they cut some costs. I'm not saying they cut corners, but when they cut costs, it's got a plastic construction. It does have a metal headband, and I will say for these headphones, they are extremely comfortable on the head, and they adjust pretty well. Like, long-term gaming sessions are no problem on these. However, the main ideal for these headphones are studio headphones, or like short-term podcast stuff, because that's what Mackie's original product stacked is mainly focusing on the podcast crew, especially with their mixer that I use it with. And so with this, it's kind of nice because not only do I have this microphone that might go, which I'm going to get into right after I'm done with the headphones, it's just nice to have all Mackie setup if I want to. For me, like, honestly, if I didn't already have my MSR7s, I'm not a true audiophile, or I'm not a big audio nerd, but these are basically hand in hand, almost similar to my MSR7s, minus the bassiness of it. And that's the main problem I've heard about the MSR7Bs, which took the place of the original Audio-Technica MSR7s. Is that it lost some of the nice bass that the original MSR7s did. So honestly, if for some reason my MSR7s just died or whatever, these would be my go-to headset, and still are. Like, I still use these from time to time, listen to music, different things, get comparisons on different audio I get, seeing how it sounds through the mixer. So if you're looking for a good starter headset, and I wouldn't even say starter, this is above starter in my opinion. The construction is pretty good. The earphone caps are really nice. This nice pleathery feel. It's got aerated holes into it, so it doesn't get too sweaty in there, which is different from MSR7 because I do get sweaty in those comparatively to this one. And they do seem replaceable, just like any other headphones. The one thing that I did get with this that was a little bit annoying is, if you see right here, at first I was like, why is one white and one silver? That's apparently a carryover from the black edition, because the black edition has a green versus black, I think, thing. There was, because of the plastic construction, and this would be my one little gripe with it, this did break, this rotation. This is supposed to lock. Like, you see how this one locks? That prevents you from twisting the wire internal this and separating the audio connection. It prevents you from doing that. Now, I can actually spin this 360 now because this mechanism had broke within like the first few minutes. I reached out to Mackie and they said, hey, well, we could replace it very easily. And I'm like, well, they actually gave me these products to test. So I was like, no, it's fine. It's fine. They're still functional. I don't want a new pair. I understand that plastics could break, but that would be my main thing. Like, if they make a next generation of this, instead of focusing on plastic on at least these junction parts that move, quite a lot, because plastic will rub and wear out a little bit faster than metal does. So I think they should do what they did with the metal band here, and instead make these joints actual true metal and grease them up, so that way they don't, you know, snap a little bit. Because plastic is, at the end of the day, plastic, and it will break and flex in heat, in moisture, and stuff like that. That's something. So that's the trade-offs you get with a headset like this. The reason why right now you could get this on Amazon in the black edition for only $100 roughly, or $130, $140 for the white edition. I like the white. That's the one why I went with that one, is because it looks better, because I have a whole white setup. Is that you're paying that money for something that's almost like an MSR7. That's almost unheard of. An MSR7 was a $250 headset back in the day, and it was like, it's one of the best. I have it right here. I have used this one time and time again. This has been through hell and back, and I've used these quite a lot. It has a really good locking message and everything like that, but I could switch between these two headsets, and it feels almost exactly the same. So like if those ever died one day, I could literally just switch to these, or I just use these anyway. Because what's also nice about this one is that it does have the cable on it that you can switch out to different ones. It comes with different things. It gives you like 3 different cables inside the box. We get this. It even has the jack that screw on, so that way you can put it back into your Mackie mixer like right away. They plan for everything. It's like all gold, everything's good. It connects right in there. It's almost seamless. So this is what I would recommend using most of the time, because that's great. It's nice to have options. That didn't come with the MSR7s as far as I know, and the cables, I've replaced those so many times. It's nice to see companies finally going with the more disconnected cable look for their headsets, because this makes maintenance easier. This stuff in here isn't going to break as often as the cables, the one that move around, everything like that. This makes it easier for troubleshooting, for fixing on your own. And I could actually see where you could probably pop this off and work on it yourself if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it for this price. But it's nice that you have that option. Everything's well constructed. It has plenty of flex in the headband. Feels really, really good. Has really good, just overall, for what you're paying for this. Let's say you're doing a podcast setup and you're just wanting to get set up real quick. Let's say your full retail price is $150, 8 times 4 for 4 people. Like you're only spending $600 right there, and it's pretty decent enough headphones with sometimes really, really, really high quality podcast setup for just one headset can be $600. But you really don't need that for first time podcasters or just getting set up. You just need the audio transfer and everything like that. When you get bigger and move further on, maybe then you could upgrade stuff. But this is a great visual, like on camera, these look great in the white or even in the black. They stand out. You got to have camera presence. That's what I see about these headphones, is that they have a really good camera presence, which a lot of people don't realize that that's a thing. You know, people look at hear about the audio quality, stuff like that, but they also, with the streamer universe and everything like that, you need to be able to see it and be able to hear it as well. So overall, big 2 thumbs up with the MC-350s, especially the winter edition. I think these are called the white, winter, whatever you want to call it. They're really great, and I'm really happy that Mackie sent that to me to test out. And over these few months that I've tested them, they're really, really, really great. All right. Now that I'm done talking about that, I know this is going to be a little bit of a long review. Probably going to hit the 20-minute mark here because I'm already at 9 minutes. Let's move on to the next part that they actually sent me, which is the EM-99. Give me 1 second. The EM-99B. So you can kind of see it on camera right here. This is what it comes with. I'm going to rotate up, everything like that. Let me rotate it this way real quick. Sorry, you're going to hear me. So here's the microphone right here. It's a dynamic microphone. It's really great. The closest equivalent to this microphone is honestly the Rode PodMic. And from my experience, I've been a Rode PodMic guy. This is actually the windscreen from my original Rode PodMic that I bought a while back. And that goes on there just perfectly. So that's really cool. You could just put on the Rode PodMic and it gives you a really nice presence. What you get in the package is, I believe it's normally $150 for this as well. So for both the headphones, I think at full retail price was $300. I didn't pay for that because it just let you know, Mackie provided these products for me to test to give my own impartial review on it. And I said, when they sent it to me, they're like, hey, I'm going to give an impartial review. But so far, it's been great. The EM-99B, I would say that it is a great starter microphone, because what comes in the package, you see this green XLR cable, it comes with an XLR, a premium quality XLR cable that's pretty long enough. It also comes with a microphone stand, which ironically I have my Rode PodMic on because I switched it over. So this is actually the stand. It is a heavy piece of metal. And I'm actually going to do a little bit of a test here, because I actually have a Rode PodMic connected behind me. And I'm just going to walk over there and speak into it so you can compare the audio to. Throughout this whole video, I've been using the EM-99B with the Mackie mixer, the DLZ Creator. What's nice about the DLZ Creator, it does have a profile already on hand for this microphone, already built in. Makes sense, it's a Mackie product, but that doesn't mean you can't use the mixer for other microphones. But it is nice that they have a built-in thing for just this microphone, already tuned, ready to go. So I probably sound pretty good on this microphone as far as I know. You be the judge when you watch this video. But overall, the reason why this microphone's kind of nice and is that for 150 bucks, I know that's $50 more than what you would pay for a Rode PodMic. I've already stated that both these microphones, I'm not an audiophile and not an audio engineer, but both these microphones are very, very similar. The Rode PodMic is smaller. It's still a heavy construction, but it does have good camera presence. That is going to be probably the hit on the EM-99B, as it kind of has a sheet metal look to it, so it's not very eye-catching. It's got kind of like a faux SM-7B thing, which I can't blame for that. The SM-7B is the standard when it comes to dynamic microphones, and that's kind of what they were going for. The other thing that comes with a really weird little filter that just slips over it. It's honestly pretty much tissue paper. That's my one complaint. They'd be like, hey, let's upgrade the filter a little bit into it. That's another thing. But it is nice that they include it, because when you buy the Rode PodMic, this is $99 for Rode PodMic. It just comes with the mic. There's nothing that comes with it. You don't get a stand. You don't get an XLR cable. You don't even get a cover or a filter, a pop filter over the microphone. With this, it's $150. You get a filter, even if it's small. You get a microphone stand, which is a desk stand, and you also get the XLR cable. So for 150 bucks, once again, we go back to that math of 4 different people on a podcast, 600 bucks. So for 1,200 bucks for headphones and that stand, or that instance at full retail price, you get a full podcast setup for less than $1,200 or around $1,200. And right now with it on sale, this microphone now is on sale for literally $105 as of this video that I'm making. It's $45 off from that 100 thing. It's only $5 more than a Rode PodMic, and you get all of that stuff. If I was debating between that, I would buy this over the Rode PodMic. And even at the $150, this is still a good package, because you get everything that you need in just this one microphone. Because like if you're just getting started and you need to make sure you want to get the XLR cable, stuff like that, if you buy them piecemeal, yeah, you probably save like 15, 20 bucks here, depending on what you buy, but you're buying, honestly, sometimes the low bottom of the barrel stuff if you're getting the cheap stuff. For a high quality XLR cable, I know it's just XLR cables, but for a high quality one, you're spending anywhere between $12 to $20. And then also for the microphone stand, you're spending anywhere between $25 to $50, which you're probably going to equal that $150 price point retail for just the EM-99B. So honestly, and with it on sale, you're saving $45. You're getting all that for only $105. So if you are looking for a new dynamic microphone that is good quality, then I would look at this one. So right now, I'm going to do a little bit of a quick comparison, by the way. You're going to see me stand up. I like to do these videos live with like no edits or anything like that. So I'm actually going to turn off this microphone right now. So I'm going to say, Peter Piper picks a pickled peppers. Peter Piper picks a pickled peppers. So you hear that microphone. You've heard it the whole time. Now let's switch to the other one. So as you can see here, I'm at this other the Rode PodMic. Now I don't have any EQ on the secondary stuff, so it might sound a little bit differently, but here's just kind of a taster of what this sounds like compared to the EM-99B. Peter Piper picks a pickled peppers. Peter Piper picks a pickled peppers. So obviously not scientific. The microphone's in a different position, so audio will quality would be different. If I was really trying to get into the nitty gritty, I would take this microphone off and then put back on my Rode PodMic. But I don't really see the point of that. They were so similar in not construction, but they're so similar in quality and audio quality that if you already have all the items like XLR cable, microphone stand, microphone arm, or anything like that, then you're probably good with the Rode PodMic. However, if you don't have any of those items, you're just getting started and you can't use a microphone arm, like a microphone stand will work good, you could get that one. This is a nice microphone stand. I mean, this is nice. This is super nice, and especially for podcasters, you don't need the microphone arms. Like, honestly, this camera presence looks so much better in my opinion. So overall, the MC-350's great headset. I would say they're basically a cheaper MSR7B because of the less bassiness of it compared to the MSR7s. So you're basically on sale now for roughly $100, a little bit over $100. You can get the black edition for that much and get it for MSR7Bs for like $100 or even $50 discount. And then also with the EM-99B, you're basically getting equivalent to a Rode PodMic that's a little bit more professional. You get a few more items and you could utilize them later anyway. And with a high quality XLR cable. And honestly, green's my favorite color anyway, so I kind of like the green XLR cable. So overall, I think Mackie did very, very well with this. You check your own setup and how things are going, but what's nice to have is options in the world. And what I appreciate is Mackie is giving options to people and letting people judge for themselves based on their product quality. And honestly, with a few minor hitches, like with the plastics and certain things with the sheet metal look, that's stuff that's, nitpicky at best. At the end of the day, the products work. They do everything that I need. And honestly, if all my stuff burnt to a crisp and everything like that, and I have to restart things, I'd probably get some MC-350s or a higher quality version later, because honestly, Mackie is making out some really good products here. And even though that they have given me these products to test out, I'm being impartial as I possibly can. I do have some nitpicks, and I've stated them in this video, and I hope Mackie appreciates this. I like to do non-edited videos, just long-winded, just social discussions, so I hope y'all appreciated this. And I'm going to keep on moving on. I've got some other things to do today, but I just wanted to give that update because it's been a few months since they give me the products, and I felt like I needed to talk about them. So overall, 2 thumbs up for Mackie. Anyway, as always, live good talk, be good talking. See you later, everybody.